not considered to be an exact science. At some stage in the development of astronomy, in all countries we find that astronomy and the knowledge of the planetary positions, that is the distribution of planets with respect to the Earth, from that predictions were started, probably from some observations which have been accumulating. And these predictions became more attractive than astronomy itself and became very popular in all countries. And as a result of this, interest of the public in predictions, that became very much popular, and that in the same speed that was misused in due course. And in some places such predictions were banned, whereas in many countries still astrology remains, because there are certain scientific aspects of these astrological predictions. Though it was polluted by unnecessary additions and attachments to it from various sources. So, at present, many of the astrological predictions come to be true in the case of individuals, in the case of institutions, in the case of events, etc. And these observations, along with these observations, we should not forget that exact predictions with precision in time and intensity has not yet been possible by anyone. Some people blindly believe this. Whatever has been written by the ancients are totally taken as such, and they put their full belief in it. That does not come to be true, and many predictions are found to be not being experienced as predicted. This has made many thinkers who are not guided by misbeliefs. They have their open minds, and they believe that still there is some truth in these astrological predictions. Now it has been growing or changing, let us say, not necessarily growing, changing in the previous years. Thousands of years it has grown, and naturally this would have been polluted by several wrong beliefs, wrong opinions, and unscientific attachments to all this. If you remove these things, basically, what is the logic behind astrology? If you think like that, it is certainly logical to think that if the experience of a person in his life it should be changing always, and so also the planetary position from the time of his birth have been changing continuously. So In the language of mathematics, we can say that our experiences and the planetary positions are both functions of time. This means these two must be having a relation to each other. That is, our experiences change and there is a corresponding change in planetary positions too. This is the basis of predictions on the basis of planetary positions. And these predictions, if you analyze, on the whole, if you take on a whole, on a gross basis, then it is found to be generally true. If you look into the horoscope of a person, we are having only the planetary position at the time of his birth. We are able to predict to a certain extent, not exactly, but to a very good extent, how will be his changes, the changes in his experiences, changes in his professions, changes in his life, and so on. This is based on the changes in the planetary position from the time of his birth. If this is true in all cases, why not we try to find out the truth behind this? So it will be worthwhile to go back into the basis of astrological predictions, basis of astrology, and this is what Veda Vedanga Gaveshana Parishath is aiming, to know the truth behind this. And our attempts so far has been very fruitful, and we are proud to say that we are finding that astrological predictions, not all, but if it is made on a scientific basis, can be quite useful for all human activities. As an example, from the time of birth, natal chart, if it is possible for you to say that this child, when he grows to say 10 years, he may have to face a serious disease of the heart. Such a prediction is not impossible. And then at least we are able to take sufficient precautions to save the child. If another way, in a positive way, suppose we find that these 1 or 2 years after the age of say 50 will be very good for travel, why not we do that travel then? Or for starting a business, why not you start the business then? Such things, as well as in the social field, with whom can we communicate very well, with whom can we start a business, with whom we can make friendship, such things. If astrology can give a definite answer to this, but of course these answers must be tested before that, and reproducible results should be obtained before applying it to actual cases. In many instances, we can find post-mortem analysis of a person's horoscope and what he has experienced. Now we want not this. We want the next one. How to predict what he will be experiencing. Is it possible for changing this? These questions are to be answered. And society, if encourages such investigation into the possibility of utilizing planetary positions for predictions with respect to the transformation of time, it will be a great help in all fields of human activities.